and gentlemen, what is up? It is Saturday evening. We are live from England, and well, maybe obviously from England if you've been around the channel for a while and you know we're in the studio at the moment. But what is up, and welcome to this evening's Arena and Chill stream, where we're going to be doing a live Q&A, just chatting about the state of the game and just having a bit of conversation, really, ladies and gentlemen. So what is up to Sapphire, Assassin, Ultron Prime, Chris, PJO, Sasu, the King, Ezra, Backzoominator, Egoon, Marvel King, Old Man Rance, Christopher, the Cool Guy, Andy, Shane, Adrian. So many of you joining us this evening. I really do appreciate it, guys. Hope you're all doing well and have been enjoying kind of your Saturdays so far. But hey, what's up? What is up? Yeah, I'm so behind on Arena. I thought I'd, well, I'm not grinding for Old Man Logan, but I just want to clock in kind of the milestones, make sure I get in the pool, you know, get all the gold, get all the battle chips, all the premium hero shards, you know, just keep up the grind, boys, because that's what Marvel Contest of Champions is. It's a lot of maintaining that grind, just making sure you ain't falling behind. Well, that didn't mean to, I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but yeah, essentially it did anyway, so it's alright, lads, it's alright. But let's see what's going on in chat. Is Ham an arsehole? You damn well know it, son. He's the biggest asshole. But simultaneously, like, he's pretty good at playing the game, so we allow him to hang around this channel. Who am I grinding for? No one, man. Just milestones, man. Just going for a very chill grind. What is the best mastery setup to use to increase your prestige? Nothing, because what is it? Masteries don't impact prestige. Prestige is the unmodified base level of your characters without masteries. It's like your 5 top characters. If you remove their masteries, add those together, and then divide by 5, that's your prestige. So yeah, masteries can't impact prestige, but they can impact power index, which is something that if you just want a lot of that, just go for the suicide masteries. But again, it's not going to be really that useful to you outside of like a Legends run or grinding a lot of Arena. You know, if you want to grind a lot of Arena, suicide masteries, AA, they're pretty good to go for. They get you a lot more damage, a lot more points. But yeah, when it comes to Alliance Quest, Alliance War, maybe not the best option. Any more free-to-play? Yeah, I want to start doing some more free-to-play stuff, maybe on live streams. I've been saving up quite a lot on Whale Milker, and I guess it's kind of deciding, you know, because a lot of my, I guess, progression on Whale Milker, there's only a certain amount I can do, if that makes sense. What is it? A certain amount I can do live. You know, it's a lot of, like, logging on to, like, you know, burn energy, and I can do that for about 15 minutes, and then what is there else to do apart from, like, grind a lot of Arena, and I don't really want to commit to that on a second account. So yeah, I'm kind of just logging in to burn energy and keeping the progression at a good level there. But yeah, I don't know, it's when I want to kind of go, you know, full in on Whale Milker and start doing a little bit more Arena grinding and kind of pick up the pace there. But yeah, it's just kind of still figuring that out and how hard I want to go on that account. But yeah, I feel like it served its initial purpose, and I still want to, you know, continue growing it where possible, because I want a secondary account to kind of turn to and do these really, like, difficult challenges and stuff. I kind of step up to that on an account that doesn't have any cash behind it. It just has kind of some raw free-to-play skill. So yeah, that's what hopefully we'll be doing a lot bit more of on the channel. Yeah, I just need to grind a little bit more on that account, really. But man, it's really tough maintaining two accounts, because there's just so much you have to do on a daily basis. It's just ridiculous, man, ridiculous. Especially if you want to stay, like, on it on the grind. I got a 5-star Medusa. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, she's like around the level of Angela. Very much lives in the shadow of Hyperion, but pretty badass if you can have her awakened, man. She's gonna be dealing a lot of damage. I think she's a very interesting champion, very strong damage dealer, but it's a bit of an odd one, because, you know, she kind of one of the main comparisons that you can draw, especially when going for, like, 5-star features upcoming, is Medusa versus Stark and Aunt Spider-Man. And I really don't think there's kind of many arguments to be made that kind of sway Medusa, you know, sway somebody in the way of Medusa over Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, unless maybe somebody has a Cosmic Awakening gem, in which case, you know, I still, you know, hold Stark Enhanced Spider-Man in a bit higher value there, so ain't too bad. Hey, what is up, Howard? Feeling a little bit lethargic. I need some love to cheer me up. Hey, shout out to you, my boy, Howard. Hope you're doing well today, man. Pick yourself up, get a move on, dude. That's pretty much it. Ranked 5, my Duped Archangel, or ranked 5, my Duped Archangel, or save cats and wait for a dupe in my 5-star Storm. I definitely go for the Archangel, man. Like, Storm, I wouldn't say isn't even in the league of what Archangel can achieve. Like, that character is so OP. So yeah, I'd jump straight on that and go for the rank 5 on your Archangel, dude. Like, I took mine up, what was it, yesterday, man? He even, like, I knew Archangel was good, but he surprised me yesterday. Like, I was so impressed in the rank up video, especially toward the end. Like, some of the stuff that he's doing, man, is absolutely absurd. So yeah. I bet you $100 that Seatin won't read my comments. Sanitary, dude. Chuck that $100 super chat down right now. Where is it, boy? You gonna talk with that wallet, son? I got 1,000 subs in one day. I've never got 1,000 subs in one day. I think the highest amount of subs I got in one day, it's like 600, and that was around my like 12.0 video. But it was around the time of me going a bit sick on Kabam. Like, oh man, I was so angry around 12.0. Like, I was not happy with the state of the game there. But yeah, I went off on, I think I went off on a mad one. It was a well justified mad one for about a week and a half. And like, oh man, I made some shit tier videos, but they were good at the time, man. I think the adapting to 12.0 one, that one was a little bit savage. It shocked a few people. I think it was a little bit, in some ways it was a little bit mean, but it was very, you know, I feel like for the time, man, it was very, very well justified. But yeah, it was, man, 12.0 was an interesting time for sure for the game. That's all good. Yeah, man, he's so OP as a 4-star, so it's definitely worth it. Hey, what is up, Leo? Hope you're doing well. Is 3-star Phoenix decent? Not really. I don't think there's a great use for her, if I'm honest. Rank 5 Archangel Iceman. Damn, Evan, this is actually probably one of the most popular questions I get on the channel, which is, I have this like every live stream multiple times. I feel like I might make a video on this, because this is a question I get so much, and I feel like it's worth talking about, which is Iceman versus Archangel. And I think there's a list of pros and cons on either one. I don't think there's like I don't think there's a wrong choice. You know, if you need the immunities, if you need the ability to counter evade some of the time, and also survive special freeze with the ice armor, then I think Iceman, you know, if you need that for your roster, he's probably the better option. But Archangel is insanely good at countering defensive ability accuracy. He's incredible for that. His damage output is phenomenal. So I don't know, there are arguments that could be made for both. I think, you know, Archangel, if you know, killing magics is an issue, like Archangel is definitely your boy for that, because Iceman isn't going to fish you out of too many bad situations. But oh, it's a tough one. I don't know. I feel like it's worth for me to have a bit of a think about in a lot more detail, and then kind of do a very elaborate like pros and cons video of Archangel versus Iceman, because I think that is a question that just keeps on coming up for sure. But yeah, even like right now, there's a lot of debate about it in chat. So yeah, interesting one. I rarely get hit. How do I do it? Honestly, man, it's just a lot of practice. It's a lot of like playing arena and learning. This game is all about like learning from your mistakes. I feel like, you know, if you start playing Marvel Contest of Champions with a very analytical approach to each one of your fights, like, you're gonna make like crazy progress in no time. But you need to look at like every move, every action that you take as an opportunity, and identify where you can do better, and like, you know, start realizing the reasons why you're making mistakes and try to be as proactive as you can to counter those reasons. But yeah, it's just like you really gotta start thinking about the game and paying attention if you wanna get to a good level. And I think there are so many amazing videos out there by content creators such as like Dave. I think Dave is probably one of those people who's just put so much effort into his video guides and tutorials and breakdowns of like parrying and intercepting and evading, and the very fundamentals of how to be good at MCOC. So yeah, I think that one's pretty good to go for. Oh, thank you very much, Chase. Appreciate the kind words there. What about a guide on which 5-star champions to rank for? I think that's an interesting question as well for players that are progressing at the moment. I like the idea of maybe doing a video on that, because I don't think there's like a black and white answer in regards to which champions, you know, as a 5-star should you rank for. I think it really depends on what is it? Kind of how high you are aiming in Marvel Contest of Champions. Because, you know, for example, if you're one of those players that even coming up, you're spending quite a bit, you're grinding like an insane amount, then you might only want to go for champions that are like incredibly like high prestige because you're gunning for a top alliance. Or yeah, you might want to go for those very, you know, say if you're somebody who's grinding an incredible amount and going for all these featured gambles, you might not rank for like a fairly like good or maybe even amazing character because you're holding off for that gold tier. But I guess, yeah, it depends how much you're dedicated to the grind and stuff on a certain level. Hey, what's that? Juice, how long am I streaming today? Can't drop super chats at the moment. Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah, I'll probably be live streaming for at least an hour and a bit today, maybe even a little bit longer. But yeah, that's the plan, man. And it's all good, Juice, man. You give the channel so much support and attention and love, so I really appreciate that, my boy. But thank you for continuing to support me financially as well, man. I appreciate those tips for sure. Hey, what is up, 6Z? Yeah, I got crazy love for Dave, man. That guy's incredibly talented, puts a lot of passion into his work, and thinks stuff out, you know, proper good. So like, I got a lot of respect for Dave, man. Got a lot of respect for Dave. Seatin will never read my comment. Well, I finally did, and it was that comment, Damien. So it's a little bit of a shit one, mate. So, you know, I'm just saying, try a little bit better, mate. Try a little bit better. Aim a little higher than, like, the bar of having a low comment like that read. So, yeah, disappointing stuff, man. What was that? Is my 5-star unduped Iron Fist worth rank 3? Probably not. I think that, you know, there are better champions to allocate your Mystic class catalyst to. So yeah, I go for that. What makes Star-Lord so good? Cool. We have a video, very old video on the channel called like, I don't know. It's one of the things that I've been thinking about is because I want to update my video guides on the channel, and I want to update pretty much everything that I've done in the because you know the game has evolved so much over the last year, so I feel like I need to do kind of a series explaining, maybe not a series, maybe a video, like quickly going over why, you know, what makes a top tier champion top tier, and just explaining why characters like Star-Lord and Archangel are good characters, you know, in comparison to the rest of the game, and just explaining a little bit more about, you know, the potential of top champions to help kind of some beginners and, you know, progressing players get some orientation on the game so that they can make some good decisions. Hey, what is up, my boy Steven Anderson? Thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Guys, can we show some appreciation to your boy Steven Anderson right now? Dropping that $10 super chat. Let's get him up there as the blubberiest whale of the day right there on screen. Let's update that. Get that display in. Oh, okay, we need to resize it, man. We don't usually have surnames on the screen. Well, we do occasionally have surnames on the screen, but there it is. Steven Anderson, my boy, thank you very much for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. yo, would pop a crystal on December when a ton of great champions come out, or jam when Stark Spidey comes out. So I think if you want to go for Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, you know, specifically if you want that character, I'd definitely go for the 15k crystal. I feel like arguably January is a little bit better than December, but then again, there's a lot of like mediocre stuff going in January, like Punisher 2099 and Carnage. Like, they really ain't that great. So I'm not really like, I'm not feeling those too much. But yeah, I need to check the full lineup again to make a bit more of an informed decision. But I think for most of the people, in terms of their hoarding, when they're going to pop is December. And December, in my opinion, a great time to pop. Hey, what is up, my boy? Whale! Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. A Juice Sucks donation in honor of my boy Juice. Seeing you missed out on a club last night. Check out Discord for video. What have I been missing out on? So, dude, I need to check this, man. I will be checking Discord immediately after this, because if there is some action, some livelihood I've been missing out on, damn, son, I don't want to stay out of that. So what do we have up here right now? Is that a Juice Sucks? Is that a Juice Sucks for $25? Damn, that is a statement there, my friend. I appreciate you dropping that super chat, making a statement. Oh, gosh. I love it. I love it when there's a bit of cheek in the super chats, lads. Thank you so much. And yeah, huge appreciation to my boy Whale. Like, he picked me up in Dubai. We had like a great night out drinking. Like, honestly, like, it was a fantastic night, man. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is meeting some of my biggest supporters. Like, whenever I travel, man, whenever I have the opportunity to kind of meet and get a little bit wasted with fans, like, I'm certainly not going to pass that up. I find it a fantastic experience. So yeah, man, it's a good time. It's a good time. Should I awaken my Daredevil or Gwenpool? I guess it really depends if you use Gwenpool quite a lot, and if you need her awakened. Like, she's not a bad option. And even just from the Awakening gem, like, she's pretty decent. But I think Daredevil's kind of only worth awakening if you have like enough signature stones to pump into him to get him to an effective level. So I think, you know, for the majority of kind of progressing players, I would assume the advice becomes probably Gwenpool, because I think Daredevil he's one of those things that will get eventually, you know, but you need to get quite a few dupes of him first, so you might as well just wait for that anyway. Right, okay, this is maybe not the best team. I think I should have queued him with some hype 3 stars. Just went for some bottom of the barrel ones there. I'm the best Marvel Contest of Champions player ever, am I? Oh, that's pretty nice of you. I appreciate that. I think that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I think I'm alright. I think what's it? I think I pay a lot of attention to listening to people's like arguments and stances on various characters, and I think I've got a pretty good grappling of like, you know, where the game's at, and like a good kind of spectrum and handle on like which characters are good and which characters can do this and that. But I wouldn't say like when it comes to like throwing down and being a sick crazy player, I feel like your boy lacks a little bit there. Man, Analyzer's definitely one of the players that I would hold in high regard than myself. Also Invincible, man, those are pretty sick. But there exists like a level of player outside of the players that make YouTube videos that are just, you know, honestly like mind-bafflingly good at this game. And yeah, I mean, one of the things that I hope that we see a bit more in the future is those players coming out of the woodwork, man, gracing us with some videos. Because I can always appreciate that stuff. Right, what do we have there? Am I doing a 5-star crystal opening soon? I think, you know, my kind of plan is to hold my 5-star shards either until Stark Enhanced Spider-Man or really, like, good champion comes along. So, yeah, it's either going to be one of those, but Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, like, if I haven't got anybody before him, then I might pop for him. But again, I think that the Marvel Contest of Champions is quite an interesting one, because like any new character can kind of, in a way, change the landscape of the game. You know, if they introduce a new defender that's like crazy overpowered. Now granted, it's been a very long time since they've kind of made characters that have had a really big impact on the game, but I guess my point is that, you know, every like 2 weeks a new character comes in. I guess every month really. We get 2 new characters, so a lot can change, but a lot hasn't really been changing, I guess, these last few months. Have I seen gameplay from these people, Seatin? Yeah, I've seen a bit of gameplay from Ham. Ham is one of the channel moderators, resident channel OG, and this dude, he's insane, man. Ham is so good at the game. Like, Ham is, we have this running joke on the channel that Ham is like, he's like the biggest asshole, man. He's the biggest asshole out there. But when it comes to Marvel Contest of Champions, he knows his stuff. And a lot of the guys that I'm allied with in the extended, like, ISO-A family, like, a lot of the guys in the ISO-A, they know their stuff, man. They're crazy good when it comes to playing at those high tiers. So yeah, I got a lot of appreciation for that, man, because people have spent a lot of time trying to get good at this game. But just in comparison, man, I'm alright. I do well. I can hit those parries, bang out the occasional intercept, but I'm certainly nowhere near a crazy level at this game. How good is Morningstar? I think we're gonna have to find out, mate. Like, it's very pointless answering. You know, me answering that now with having absolutely zero information on, you know, Morningstar's abilities. What's that? Hey, Seatin, I'm locked out from the MCOC due to the Android 8.0 update. Sorry, man, I just looked down there. Kabam haven't put anything forward for this. Any advice? I know a lot of other players are in the same boat. I don't really know kind of the full perspective on that, man. Is it a case of, like, MCOC have decided that they are not supporting, like, Android 8.0 at the moment? Is that an old version? You know, you have to forgive my my lack of knowledge here, because I really don't know a huge amount about Android devices, being a little bit of an iPhone fanboy here. But yeah, I'd appreciate, you know, a bit more explanation on the situation. Is Android 8.0 like the new one or the old one? But yeah, just want to get a handle on that, man. Right. It's a little bit, sorry, it's a little bit difficult to kind of see what's going on, because there are so many, like, different kind of, like, partial messages in chat. But yeah, I mean, I'll look into it outside of the stream. If you can send me a little bit more information on it, then I'll have a look on it. But usually it is, I guess one of the very sad realizations about, you know, playing on Android is that, you know, by Kabam's, like, definition of how they've optimized the game, I guess you're kind of like the second-rate customer. Like, that's kind of, you know, how they treat Android people a lot of the time. Like, you can definitely see a lot of preference to ISO-A, sorry, not ISO-A, the iPhone, that's what I meant to say. But yeah, I guess it's all business decisions, man, just kind of all, what is it, them kind of analyzing which devices spend the more money on Marvel Contest of Champions and allocating resources to that. Like, it's all business at the end of the day, boys. You have to remember a lot of that goes into kind of game design and decisions. Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. You duped my 5-star Medusa yesterday. How should I feel? I mean, well, you went for it pretty quickly. I mean, it's one of the better champions to get. I wouldn't say, you know, it was the best decision to go for, in my opinion, anyway. But yeah, I mean, that's you made that decision. Like, I don't know why you're asking me how you should feel about it when you made it. You know, I'm a little bit confused about what you're trying to gain from that, you know? I would have waited. I definitely made it clear in a video, what was it, a couple of days ago, that waiting is the best option, but hey, that's just how I feel about it. But if you missed the, well, I guess it's kind of a good video to watch because it gives you a perspective on going for featured 5-star champions. But kind of my stance on a 5-star champion is unless you really want that character and like, you know, it's something very special to you, or you really like it, it's a badass character to play, then like, yeah, you kind of want to save for the god tier champions, just the ones that are crazy OP above all, man. Analyzer cheats. He doesn't, man. Don't disparage my boy Analyzer. Like, I'm not having that. Analyzer, he's legitimately very good at this game, son. And if you come, you know, bearing those claims with absolutely zero evidence, if you're dissing my boy, like, I cannot be having that, and I'm gonna immediately disregard you and throw you out my stream. That goes for the, you know, anybody that stirs shit on other MCOC YouTubers with zero, you know, like actual substance to what they're saying. Like, you can get out, you can get in the bin, mate. If you're just in the business of starting shit, like, I ain't got time for that, man. I ain't got time for that, and neither has anybody up here. So yeah, we're good, man. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, Adam. It's essentially, you know, they have that price point for the iPhone X because they know they can have that price point. But I think the iPhone 8 and the iPhone, what is it, 8 Plus, they have exactly the same operating system as the iPhone X. So it's not something that you need to go for. Just if you want kind of the additional lavish of the iPhone X, that's something that you can indulge in if you want to. He's the CEO and cheated for Kingpin. That is an incredibly poor argument, man. That is an incredibly poor argument. I don't know if you're like trying to parody and be all sarcastic there, Henry, or I don't know if you're generally like trying to stir stuff, man. If you could make your stance evidently clear in chat, I would appreciate that to, you know, make an informed decision about you going forward. Hey Seatin, what are the chances I get 5-star Sparky out of 3 chances? It's a 20% chance each spin, man. So yeah, gosh, I mean, you know, it's a reasonable chance that you'll get Stark and Art Spider-Man out of 3 of them. But again, it's not guaranteed, my friend. It's not guaranteed. In the bin you go. That guy's seeing cheats. Queen of Pawns. You chatting shit in chat? You trying to stir the pot? I mean, you are that wrench, girl. You gotta be moderating chat. You gotta be whipping it into a constructive frenzy. That's what I want to see. Oh, starting beef, man, for days. Analyzer versus Seatin. Analyzer will beat the crap out of me, man, in any gameplay contest. I can tell you. I know my own limitations. I can tell you that Analyzer is substantially more on the ball than me when it comes to intercepting, man. He knows his stuff. He's got the timing well down. So yeah, I mean, maybe, you know, one day I'll kind of get to that level. I think, you know, definitely after Labyrinth, between, what was it, doing my first run of Labyrinth and doing 100%, I feel like I understand intercepting quite a lot more than I did before, but still, I'm nowhere near a level of mastery, and I'm not very confident at intercepting against very non-aggressive AIs, man. I can't deal with that. It's difficult, man. What if you're a streamer and talk smack on yourself? You're allowed to do that, man. You're allowed to chat as much shit as you want on yourself. Be your biggest critic, and like, in pretty much every scenario, like, you know, you are your own worst critic. And if you're not your own worst critic, you need to be thinking about yourself a lot more. I think that's some great advice there. Some great advice. Hey, thank you very much, Chris Monroe. I appreciate the kind words there. Damn, that's so nice of you, man. Act 5, Chapter 3 with your vids. Really appreciate it. Oh, nice work, man. You are doing well, Chris. You are doing well. I'm proud of you, boy. Keep on pushing, man. Keep on pushing. I'll be at the tournament you go in. Yeah, I'll be attending New York Comic Con, man, every single day. And yeah, I don't know, I'll be like, I'm gonna throw myself out there, throw my skills out there for the tournament. But realistically, I don't know. I'm very aware that there exist players that are better than me. It's whether or not those players show up on the day, isn't it? So yeah, I think we got a few people from ISO A going and B. So yeah, I'm interested to see how they do, because there are some sick players there. Like, I'd say definitely a tier above kind of what I can play at currently. So yeah, I don't know. I'm interested for sure. Hey Seatin, what kind of PI and what special ability do you expect from 6-star? What kind of PI doesn't really matter. Special ability, I can tell you what their special ability is. It's apparently to like recover a little bit of health when you have an opportunity to recover a little bit of health when you take damage. But PI, I think it's relatively irrelevant, you know. So it's all based on the power spectrum of like, I guess rank 5 stars, a little bit higher than that really. It doesn't matter too much, but you know, I feel like a lot of people are still quite hung up on 6-star champions, and kind of my advice is like, just pretend they don't exist for a good like 6 months, because they don't exist for another 6 months, you know? They're important to kind of keep in mind that that's, you know, eventually a direction the game will be heading. But even like in 6 months' time, they're barely going to be relevant, and in 12 months' time, they're still going to be so irrelevant in kind of any sort of end game that I just wouldn't worry about it for now. So yeah, my advice to people like, you know, thinking about 6 stars is just don't think about 6 stars for a little while, boys. Because again, I just don't believe they're relevant or come into any sort of conversation for a very, very long time. So we'll have to see. Watch out for Legacy at Comic-Con. Heard it get, oh, watch out for the lag at Comic-Con. Heard it can be really bad. Oh man, you know. I think, you know, if I fail at Comic-Con, I'm obviously gonna blame it on the lag, boys. Seatin got Seatin drunk. Get Seatin drunk so he can be hungover during the tournament. I very much plan to be inebriated every single night in New York City. Like, I'm 22 years old. I'm a young man visiting New York for the first time, surrounded by friends, subscribers, amazing people. Like, of course, I'm gonna go out and I wanna fucking live every single night, man. You damn well know it. I'm gonna make all of you proud, guys. I'm gonna make you so proud at New York Comic Con. When you see pictures of the event, you're going to be like, that is my boy, that is Seatin, man. He's going out there, he's making statements, man. He's living his life. And that's what I want to do, man. I want to make you the squad proud, man. I want to make the squad proud. Hey, what is up, Ginger? Hope you're doing well. I live in the USA and haven't been to New York. I mean, the USA is a very, very big place, man. So I can understand that for sure. Oh, I missed Louise throwing down the hammer there. Nice work though, Lou. Nice work. Right. I just wanted to get on the shit talking. Nah, I don't. You know, it's a fun time, man. It's a fun time. We have some good banter on this channel for sure, Aaron. Is it me or is Hyperion OP? No, Hyperion's definitely a very overpowered character in comparison to, you know, the general character in the game. So yeah, like, you have a very, very valid assumption there. But again, this isn't knowledge. Well, this isn't knowledge that if you spend more than 5, you know, you can find very, very easily on YouTube. Like, everyone knows your boy Hyperion is held in very high regard. I'm only 22. You damn well know it, son. I'm so young. I'm so young. I'm so young. I'm full of energy, full of life, full of suave. But no, I'm growing up. I'm learning how to become a man, making mistakes, taking accountability for my actions. It's cool, man. It's cool. You know, the more I grow up, the more, you know, I appreciate the, you know, what it is to kind of like set out and go down the path that I've gone down, of wanting to be a bit of a voice, I guess, in the various gaming communities that I played. So yeah, man, it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, I imagine, God, I'm gonna make many mistakes in the next 10 years, I would imagine. Seeing how's my girl doing? Oh man, I don't have a girl, but I took a very nice young lady out to dinner. What was it, on Wednesday, man? Very, very good time. We got a second date on Monday. I'm really excited for it. We're gonna go see it. But yeah, I mean, she's incredibly lovely, very, very savvy, very talented young woman. Like, no, I'm looking forward to seeing her again for sure. Right, let's get that 5 combo. Package this boy up, put him in the bin. Not too bad, lads, not too bad. Hey, Chris, you damn well know it, man. Dude, I'm all about that hustling life, my friend. I'm all about that hustling life. I want to give a mad shout out to like all the hustlers out there on the channel, like people who are just going their own way, like, you know, just setting a list of goals and just achieving those goals, man. It feels good. It feels good to just like take charge of your own life and kind of like make a purpose and, you know, kind of strive toward a level of greatness, man. It's good. It's good. So I enjoy a lot what I'm doing, man. Where am I taking her? I'm taking her. Well, we're going to what was it? So we got a date on Monday, and I'm gonna be taking her to Taco Bell because we've just had. I mean, this is a bit of a conversation on the first date because we're both. She's actually never been to a Taco Bell. And I've only been to Taco Bell twice. I went to one in like Essex because they're just opening up in the UK. Taco Bell are really, really new in the UK. Let's first establish this. So yeah, like it's a really like hype thing at the moment. And Taco Bell in Woking, it opened like a week ago. So yeah, everybody's like on that crazy Taco Bell hype. So yeah, we're gonna go there. I'm gonna have my first Taco Bell in like 6 months. She's gonna have her first Taco Bell ever, and then we are gonna see it, which is a bit of a scary film, man. Bit of a scary film, but hopefully I won't be too spooked by it. So yeah, I need to hold myself well in that. What's that? Second date, she about to give up the draws. Man is not interested in that on the second date. Like, you know, just let it happen naturally. Let it happen, you know. The time will run its course, my friend. Time will run its course if it is to be, if that makes sense. Taco Bell, yeah, you damn well know it, son. It's I can imagine how, from an American perspective, probably seems like the most trashy thing to do, right? But yeah, you don't understand the lack of Taco Bells in the UK, man, and you don't understand how hyped the Woking Taco Bell is right now. Like, everyone's got mad buzz for it locally. What's my opinion about Gambit? He's Gambit, like, I got a lot of appreciation for Gambit being kind of that special one stunner. Like, I think there's a lot of value to be determined from that. But I think comparatively, like, a really good champion to kind of bring up to the plate when you're talking about Gambit is Hulk. Because Hulk pretty much does what Gambit does, but more reliably, and also has considerably more, you know, much higher damage output. And what else does Hulk do? He has poison immunity. So yeah, I think there's a lot more merit to be found in Hulk than Gambit. But I can appreciate Gambit, like, for sure. What's that? Never had a Taco Bell in my life. Oh, it's good, man. It's good. I had they had one out in Essex. And I went there. That was my first ever Taco Bell. It was so good in the UK. But it's very different from the one I had in America, which is also so good. Could appreciate that. Be prepared for the Taco Bell aftermath. Scary movie might be a bad idea. Hopefully not. Hopefully that's a lesson I don't think I want to learn, man. I don't think I want to learn. Oh. Man, everyone's saying that now. Should I be wary, man? I'm not going to eat too much Taco Bell, guys. I appreciate that wisdom that's been passed down in chat today. Thank you very much. I didn't want to say anything, but I personally can't stand Taco Bell. Hopefully the ones in the UK are better than mine are here. I mean, I think you got, to a certain level, you got to appreciate Taco Bell for what it is. Like, it's a fast food. It's a bit of a naughty one. And I think it's just very, very hype in the UK at the moment, just because we, you know, they're just starting to come over here. We don't have that many. So it's pretty hype, man. It's pretty hype. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. I'm looking forward to what is it, Monday evening for sure. You feel like Beast is underrated? I'd say so. Like I feel like generally like Beast doesn't get enough love, but I think simultaneously like when you know I think the thing is like why should you rank? I guess the very important question is why should you rank Beast over like an Archangel, a Wolverine, an Iceman, or an X-23? I think that's the really, really important question with Beast. And in pretty much all of those scenarios, there really isn't a reason apart from you prefer Beast. Which is also a reason. You can have that reason if you want. But, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting one to think about. But Beast is a good champion. There's a lot of good stuff going. But I think just comparatively, like, the mutant champions that have it happening so good that Beast doesn't often, you know, get considered for a rank up. Oh, man, to your friends, they got food poisoning. I mean, this one just opened up, so I'm hoping it's pretty squeaky clean on the food standards, man. So, yeah, not too bad. Oh, man, everyone's talking about the excessive shitting from the Taco Bell, so I hope that is not a factor, man. I hope that's something I don't need to worry about on a second date. Oh, we're gonna have to see. Who do I think needs a rework more than any other champion? God, there's a list of champions. I wouldn't say there's one champion. I'd say there are a bundle of champions. They've just been abandoned. Like, they've just been, like, just tossed to the side and not really had any love or appreciation or acknowledgement, you know, of their being in the game. There's champions like Hulkbuster, like Colossus, like Ant-Man. They're just so far out of, you know, any of the good champions that oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, there's a good amount of champions that need a revamp, but I wouldn't hold anyone because there are quite a few, you know, that I believe are in an extremely dire state. Yo, what is up, my boy Legacy? It's a pleasure to see you in the stream tonight, man. How you doing? How you doing? McDonald's is better than Taco Bell. You know, the thing is, I can't like debate this from a factual perspective at the moment, Queen of Pawns, because Taco Bell, it's all hype at the moment. It's all hype, you know. Because McDonald's, like, oh man, I've had my fair share of McDonald's, man. I've been to McDonald's till the cows come home and back, and I can appreciate a good McDonald's. Like, it's really nice on occasion when you're just in the mood for like an insanely like crappy meal. Like, McDonald's is great. I usually, like, when I go McDonald's, my order is, I go for a Big Mac burger meal. I just have a large Big Mac meal. And I'll go for maybe, like, 6 additional chicken McNuggets. But maybe 20 if I'm feeling like, damn, I could eat a lot this evening. Then I'll go for 20. But yeah, that's kind of my usual go-to order. A large Big Mac meal and a lot of chicken nuggets, lads. That's how I live that life. How can you progress when you're not progressing? What does that mean, man? I mean, I need a little bit more of an elaboration on those words for sure. I'm good, Seatin. How are you, buddy? I'm not too bad, man. I'm not too bad. Dude, I'm looking forward to New York Comic Con. I can tell you that for a fact. It's going to be a crazy time. I need to get my New York Comic Con video out tonight. Oh, man. I'm going to go on Discord after, and you guys need to bully me into doing that. Like, I'm going to get it done anyway. Like, that's one thing that I want to get out today. Because I'm crazy excited for New York Comic Con, man. It's going to be such a time. I can't wait to meet everyone at the Dave & Buster's meetup on Friday. It's going to be hype, man. It's going to be hype. Who would I say is the worst champion to come out in 2017 so far? I think Carnage by far, man. Carnage by far. So, I think Carnage, like, it pains so many of the players to see Carnage be released because he sucks so bad, man. He sucks so bad. And it just feels like they were incredibly disconnected with how powerful other champions were when they were making Carnage, and like how the character should be played, and like even his ideal rotation and stuff. It's so boring. It just it's multiple like special freeze and stuff, just on and on and on. So yeah, Carnage has so many problems wrong with his design. Like I could go for a minute on Carnage, but yeah, Carnage, man, such a disappointing character. And I think that's one of the bit. Like I'm really looking forward to Comic-Con, because I want to chat with the designers, man. I want to have like a full, just face-to-face person dialogue with the people coding these champions. And I want to pick, man. I want to ask questions, and I'm hoping that they are on the ball. Like, I'm very much looking forward to having a bit of a conversation there. I think New York Comic Con, this year, with the people that are going and the MCO scene and community around it, it's going to be a good time. And I feel like we're going to advance a lot as a community through Comic-Con this year. Like, I'm very, very excited for it. I think it's going to be a really important time for Marvel Contest of Champions, where it's, maybe a bit of an in-person establishment that more needs to be done to communicate between the developers and the community, because they've been doing, mate, a piss poor job with Alliance 4. Like, you can see the frustration on Reddit, man. Everyone's asking for like a well, not everyone. You got bare people asking for a boycott every 5 minutes and stuff, and people just getting riled up because they do stuff like this new Alliance War, but it just doesn't seem that they think about the consequences that it has on the community in the game before they implement such a big change. And then they do like small band-aid fixes, which really hasn't resolved the problem. So yeah, man, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of dialogue that needs to be opened up between the community and Kabam. And yeah, I want to help. Man. I want to help make this game a better game. That's what I stand for. I sound like I have a sore throat. I don't, not really. I think I'm just on a very chill vibe this evening, I would say. Hi Seatin, love the videos. What rank would I put Green Goblin? I don't think I've had Green Goblin to my tier list yet. I'd probably put him in the amazing tier. Like, he's a very good champion, but Green Goblin upset me because I saw the potential for what the champion could be, and then they messed up. They made another bit of a it's an alright champion. But yeah, I think he's still better than a lot of what's out there at the moment, but definitely is lacking a lot in comparison to various demigod tier champions and god tier ones. Right, let's back up there. Can we have parry? We certainly can. Man, I hate seeing Hyperions on the what is it, the Kang teams, man. Annoys me because those specials are so hard to bait. Ah, awesome, Dead. Yeah, like anybody that's in New York Comic Con, guys. If you see me about, I'll throw this out. I'll throw this out there many times. But if you ever see me about and just want to come over and have a chat, regardless of who I'm with or what I'm doing, just do it. I'm very, very welcoming and open to dialogue. Like, so yeah, if you see me, man, if you're one of the boys, one of the squad, just grab me, man, pull me, be like, hey, what's up, Seatin? And I guarantee you'll get an hey, what's up back. And a very nice to meet you as well. I'll chuck one of those out there. Seatin, have I ever had real Mexican street tacos? I mean, I haven't spent enough. I feel like to have real ones, man. I would have had to visit the US. And yeah, I believe that's a no, man. I believe that's a no. But I hope at some point somebody can introduce me to some real Mexican street tacos. Maybe when I'm in New York, after get acquainted there. Gotta check out some good restaurants. I'm looking for good burgers, man. Good burgers, good steaks, like good Mexican food. I can appreciate that as well. Just any good food, man. That's pretty much it. Not a huge fan of what don't I like? I guess there isn't really like too much food that I don't like. I'm not like hugely big on seafood, but I can appreciate like what is it, like prawn? I quite like prawns when they're done quite nicely, like lobster and stuff. I can appreciate that, but I'm not a huge fish eater, if I'm honest. Seatin, when am I? Oh, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know when the time is right, my friend. When the time is right. Seatin, I'm off to university next Thursday, living on my own. Wish me luck. Just had a shower, feeling better. Dude, Howard, man, best of luck on your pursuit to university. I think kind of the biggest piece of advice, because I've seen so many friends go through university in these last few years. I think my biggest piece of advice is like, you got to put yourself out there from like day one, son. You got you know, be very honest about your interests, and then join clubs and join groups that, you know, are interested in the same stuff that you are, so you can like start meeting kind of, you know, new like-minded people. I think that's very, very important. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that when they go to university. They just kind of go, and some people, I've seen it with friends, they withdraw in themselves and don't really, from the get-go, have that courage to kind of put themselves out there. And I'm telling you, boys, if that is one thing that you kind of muster up the bravery to do, it's just day one, like, put yourself out there, man. Put yourself out there. Just have a good time. Like, accept that you're not going to get on with everyone, but, you know, try your best to kind of be like that voice of rationale, help people, man. I think that's it. Because there are, oh man, university, from what I've seen, it's a cocktail of people going through a variety of different times. Like, a lot of people find university very, very difficult, and especially like coming of age in the UK. So yeah, man, don't worry about it, but like, put yourself out there, have a good time. That's what I'm trying to say, man. Oh no, that's so annoying. Right, I'm playing a little bit bad now for a second. Okay, let's bait the special 2. We'll get reorientated and smack this Moon Knight down. Oh, right. Sword, lads. Sword. Gotta eat the pizza in New York. You damn well know it, son. I'm gonna be indulgent in that for sure. What about sushi? You know what? I don't feel like I've never really given like sushi a proper try, Devin. So I'm telling you, man, when I'm in Cali, take me to this place and I will try, man. I will try. I will see if I like it. I'll be interested to see. So yeah. What's that? Seatin giving that old man wisdom advice. Only 22, dishing that out. You know, well, man, I spend so much time thinking about everything, man. Like, I'm a really, really big thinker. And on the surface level, like, a lot of people that don't follow me, you know, don't really know that about me. But like, you know, value thinking, like, above all, man. I'm always coming up my ideas and beliefs from every single angle to deconstruct, you know, what it is I believe and stand for, so that I can, you know, learn, man. I can learn a little bit more about myself. I think that's very important, man. You always got to be real to yourself. It's got to know exactly who you are, what you stand for, where you're trying to go in life. Have a little bit of a game plan. Try and get it roughly figured out. Like, even if you don't know exactly what you want to do, like, aim towards something. Aim towards something that you like, that you find interesting. Find that interest. Go out there. Search the world. Get something that sparks you up, gets you all riled up, gets you excited, man, and pursue that, for sure. In your opinion, who's better, Venom or Carnage? Oh, man. It's hard to have, well... They're both trash, man. They're both so bad. They're characters that could be, like, so much more than they are. So, yeah, I mean, I would say that, you know, Carnage is probably slightly better. But, oh, man, they just suck. It's just not even worth thinking about, man. Like, the developers have shown so little time to pay attention to those characters, so why should you? Like, at the end of the day, man, they just it's trash. Just disregard it. What sig level is my 4-star Daredevil? My 4-star Daredevil is at sig level 59, so I need to get another 2 clean jukes to get him up to juke level 99. For sure. Oh, man, I'm excited for it. Yeah, Devin, I'm looking forward to that, man. Yeah, I'm always interested in, like, trying new food, man. It's one of those things that you gotta go out there. You gotta try it. You gotta keep an open mind, and you might find a lot of stuff you like. I think in terms of food, I think I was very, very close-minded on food from when I was a kid to when I was about 17. And then I had a curry for the first time when I was 17. It was the first time I had ever been had any Indian food. And oh my god, it was amazing. I loved that. A chicken tikka masala curry. Oh, it's great, man. It was so good. So yeah, I got kind of brought up on, like, lots of chicken, man. Lots of chicken nuggets, all that kind of stuff. And what else? Yeah, just beef, man. Chicken and beef, some British beef and bacon, all that stuff. Generally, like, very stereotypical British foods, man. I should be an inspirational speaker. You know, I wouldn't say I'm that inspiring, yeah? I think maybe in, like, 10, 15 years' time, I might have achieved the level of... Because, you know, I've still so much space to grow and challenges to face that I'm not at the level, you know, to give an overly inspiring speech to anyone at the moment, you know? If that makes sense. Like, I'm aware that I'm still very, very young, and I shouldn't, you know, I'd feel very pretentious at 22, you know, being like, this is how you should live your life and stuff, but I don't know, maybe I've got a bit of a mixed idea on what that should be. But I don't know. I think I could give some, if I fought it out well, I think I could do a very, very good video series, kind of giving some advice to young men that are a little bit lost. Because I felt that, man. I felt that for years. Like, I was a huge... so if you know a little bit about my background, you'll know that me and education, we just did not get on at all. Like, I just did not succeed, or the education system in the UK, like, just, it wasn't for me. We weren't very compatible at all, especially at the time when I was going into further education. I had absolutely zero interest in it, so I kind of went out and self-authored my own life. Took matters into my own hands. So yeah, I don't know. I think I've got some decent advice for some young men who want to further better themselves. I'm always very happy to yeah, have conversations, man. I mean, if you are, well, like, if you're a young man, if you're one of my subscribers, like, and you're having problems, like, you know, we can always chat about it, man. We can always chat about it. Like, I think if you wanna, I think the core squad, I guess I don't wanna open that out too much, but, you know, the core squad know, my boys know. Like, if there's ever any problems or anything you wanna, like, write to me about, like, yeah, I'll have time for it, man. I'll have time for it. If you've been a big supporter of the channel, like, I'll make time for you. What's that? Man, Ricardo, that's some advice you're throwing out there for sure. What's that? Have I got any advice on how to become better in talking and expanding personal vocabulary? So this is an interesting one, actually, because a lot of people perceive that I'm incredibly more, I guess, like, state educated than I actually am. Because, like, in GCSE, I'm a GCSE, like, D English student. So, you know, by the laws of UK education, I should barely be able to form a sentence. Which, I mean, to some extent is true. Like, you know, I do trip across my words quite a lot. But I think in terms of like expanding vocabulary, I don't know. It's kind of just thinking about how you feel in certain conversations and about, you know, if the words that you have on offer describe that. And if not, then kind of seeking stuff, you know, out in dictionaries. But often, like, if you're looking to kind of get some fancier words, like, you just gotta follow some very educated people and see what they're writing, see what they're saying. And then you pick up words and phrases via that. That's how language evolves, usually. What's that? I'm getting tired of this. What do you do if you're not progressing? Are you talking about Marvel Contest of Champions, Kermit? I mean, that's really up to you, man. I mean, essentially, with any game, a game is exactly what you make it at the end of the day. So if you don't have any drive to kind of, like, progress or kind of get better at the game, then the assumption is that you're just, you know, enjoying the game, like, you're just chilling, you're just having a good time. But yeah, I mean, if, you know, you're not enjoying the game, just chilling, and you're not progressing, like, why are you even playing the game? I think that's an important question to ask yourself. So yeah, I'd have a little bit of a think about that one, my friend. Apparently I'm an A in English, but I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm very, very critical of I guess I can very, very much appreciate the education system in the UK, but I'm very critical of how it, like, defines young people. I don't believe, you know, I believe there's a lot more to education than what's taught in schools, if that makes sense. But there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good. There's the fundamentals of how to be a human and orientate yourself and write words and do numbers and, you know, spark a little bit of intrigue about all these various exciting subjects. But at the end of the day, man, what kind of compels you a little bit more to finding who you are is, you know, when you get excited by a certain topic. And again, that isn't a sexual comment at all. That's just the, like, when something really, really sparks your excitement or interest, like, pursue it, man. Pursue it. Look into that more. You know, follow your interest and stuff that generally fascinates you. And if you can do that, there is, you know, and if you're really committed to what generally fascinates you, then there's always money to be made, man. You can always make that into a capital venture. If you work hard enough, if you get good enough at stuff, it happens, man. That's how the game is set up and played at the moment, for sure. What does the blubberiest whale thing mean? It's the top donator, man. The person who's chucked the most moolah at the stream today. Just answer the question, please. I mean, I've given you, like, many answers already, Kermit, so I'm not really too sure what you're looking for there, my friend. Act 4 is killing me right now. I'm just grinding and grinding. Yeah, Act 4 is a bit of a tough one because it's so long and it's so repetitive in so many cases that, yeah, Act 4... It's annoying because I definitely felt that while going through 100%, and I'm really not looking forward to it, to doing it again. If I have to do it on Whale Milker. Because, yeah, I don't know, it's one of those things that I much prefer stuff in, like, the Stark, like, the monthly event style challenges that they have, where it's just like, you know, a series of challenge that gets progressively harder and harder, and I really, really like that style of design, you know, where it's not like, go back and, you know, you've done this challenge once, hey, you have to do it 7 more times, way, but it's not really, you know, it's something that's relatively easy. Like, that's not very fun. But I don't know, I've heard good things about 5.3. I think there's a lot of challenge to be had in some of the more difficult paths. But yeah, I'm gonna venture into that soon, man. Gonna venture into that soon, and we'll probably be doing that live. How should I lose weight? I mean, losing weight is... I guess I'm not overly qualified to speak in this department, but it's the same how you do anything, really. You gotta do your homework initially, like, figure out what is the right option for you, and then set a plan, man, and you gotta adhere to that plan. That's how you do it, my friend. That's how you do it. Currently lacking ISO C, and what's your advice to get ISO faster? Like, hit all of the milestones in every arena. Like, that's what I really gun for if you're lacking an ISO, because that just generates, you know, giving you all the premium hero crystals, maximizing your shards, and that's really what you need, man. You need to maximize the amount of characters you got coming in, so you're getting, like, a crazy amount of ISO, because when you start duping those 3 and 4 stars, that's when your stash light is full all of the time. So yeah, not too bad. Why don't I go for Medusa if it is a place to use one of my Cosmic Awakening gems? Because I value Unawakened Stark and Aunt Spider-Man more than I value an Awakened Medusa. So that is the incredibly simple reason of why I haven't gone for Medusa. It is a place to use my Awakening gem, but again, Stark and Aunt Spider-Man Unawakened. I think he's a little bit better. They should start changing up rewards in monthly event quest to refresh it up, where it starts to get kind of boring, because the only reward that I don't think that's really a solution to making, you know, monthly event quests more interesting. I believe they have a lot of problems in themselves outside of that. I mean, monthly event quests, for the most part, they're a little bit of a grind instead of a challenge, you know? I don't, well, at least for the higher tier players, man, right at the top, like, everybody's like, oh, the monthly event quests, they're just a bit of a joke, aren't they? And to a certain extent, we reflect that on the channel by doing them all with 3 stars. So, I don't know, there's some more stuff, you know, if they wanted to generally make the monthly event quest something interesting, then I think they have good capacity to do that by just making some crazy challenges, man. They need like an insanity mode that is like 10 times master mode. That's what we need, boys. That hopefully is well balanced, so we'll have to see. Hey, what's up, Jared? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. See, again, as I'm like, that's one of the very hard things, man, is it's very hard to tell in chat, like, who needs, you know, who's being serious and who isn't. Sarcasm doesn't come across very, very well in blunt text form. Send a Colossus his way. You damn well know it, man. You damn well know it. That is an idea I can get behind. Send a Colossus his way. Oh man, I definitely want to make some more parody videos next week. I think there's some good stuff to talk about in the Marvel Contest of Champions community at the moment. What's that? I still play the event quest. I eat this event quest 100% on the second day. Again, it's not much of a challenge, you know? I guess that's what the endgame community, I feel like, has been a little bit annoyed with. Is there just doesn't feel like, well, I don't know. There's such varying levels of where the endgame is at Marvel Contest of Champions. But a lot of people really, really enjoyed Alliance War in its previous state. I mean, I don't know. I think I had a bit of the short end of the stick with some of the paths that I had in Alliance War in its previous state. But I don't know. I think they have a alright foundation on which to build upon. Actually, to be honest, they have. The more I think about it, the more like, you know, it was just such a terrible idea to put this Alliance War update live in the state that it's at. Like, it was just so poorly thought out. And I really, really hope that the Kabam development team can see how bad the current state of Alliance War is, because, like, it's a joke. Absolutely laughable at the moment. I don't appreciate that. What days will I be in New York Comic Con? I'm going to be attending all 4 days, my friend. What's that? Bro, I'm saying this, man. Any one of my subscribers. So Lucky says, I want to know what days you'll be attending so I can qualify for the Ultimate Qualifier and not take your spot. Don't you worry about that, man. If you beat me on one of the days, happily. Like, I don't want to be given the competition by anyone. So yeah, man, I'll probably be completing on every single day that I'm there for the qualifier. Am I gonna get into the final? Probably not, but your boy, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be trying his best. Like, you know, I'll set a bar. And then I'll watch a couple of people one-up me on that. So I'm looking forward to that. What day am I leaving Comic-Con? I don't fly out till the Monday, man. So yeah, I got bare time, man. I think it's the Monday evening I fly out as well, so I got good time to recover from my Sunday night hangover. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. So, you know, spend 20 stones in Rogue, and the next premium I pull a 4-star Rogue. Damn, son, you know how it is, man. That's Sod's Law, for sure. NYCC tournament. Whoop, whoop. I can't wait, man. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a really good time. I just can't wait to see a lot of Marvel Contest of Champions players gathered all together getting competitive. Because I don't, you know, I think there are elements and ways that they can do Marvel Contest of Champions to make stuff like this, like, just pop out a little bit more. There's a lot of fun stuff that they can do with the community and get people involved to create events like this. But yeah, I'm interested to see, you know, what they do with, what they do in New York Comic Con. I think they got a great platform to maybe start something good. The competition at Comic-Con, so it's going to be a Beat the Boss competition, and assumptionally, it's not yet confirmed, but assumptionally that boss is Morningstar, who is the new original character that they have designed to be the opposite to like Guillotine. She's Guillotine's like villain. So yeah, I don't know, I'm interested to see like a new character. We don't really know much about her, assumptionally. And yeah, I think it's a very good chance she's going to be Mystic, and maybe quite a good chance she'll be overpowered, because a lot of Mystic champions, man, with Mystic Dispersion, they go to insanity levels, for sure. See, you have to beat Legacy first, hashtag Team 4 Loki. I'll give it a go. I'll try and throw Legacy down, man, but I don't know. I feel like me and Legacy, we are at a similar skill level, because I feel like most people, when they get to kind of, you know, the endgame Marvel Contest of Champions, they can do some stuff occasionally. Like, we can pull it out the hat. And if you've been following the live streams, especially through Labyrinth, you've seen your boy pull a few ones out of the hat. Like, some crazy, crazy tries. So yeah, I don't know. If it comes down to the day, if I can, like, perform, then maybe, man, I might do alright. But again, I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, I take my issues with MCOC directly up with the creators and make suggestions to them personally. Yes, definitely, man. That is what New York Comic Con is all about. Initially getting to meet them face to face and having a bit of a chat. I wanna get a handle on, you know, I don't know, just how they perceive like the community, really. I think that's very important to understand initially, is what is Kabam's perspective of the community, so that you can get a handle on that, because, you know, that's I guess where we need to make middle ground between the community and Kabam. We need to get an idea on how they see us, and like get an idea on how hopefully, like, I want to make it very clear how they are seen by the community. And I think they already know to a certain extent, but I'm interested, man. I'm interested. Because I think Marvel Contest of Champions community, I don't know, there's varying levels to it. I feel like a lot of the community is very, very fair. Like, the majority, you know, won't really, like, properly, like, lash out and get angry unless, like, they are taking the piss. But simultaneously, there are some people, like, calling for a boycott every 5 minutes. But, you know, at the same time, like, when I see those posts, while I'm not like, this is the time for a boycott, I'm like, I can understand how people have reached that conclusion, you know? Because I think games, for everyone, they build up to a certain point, and at certain points, like, when like breaks start appearing in a game, and there's stuff that people don't like, they kind of maybe take their own personal issues out on that as well. Like, there's so much of a mix of factors of when people explode on the forums, man. It's very very interesting to see. Morning Stars is she? I don't know. I just you know, I assume from the face. Very wrongly assumed though. But yeah, Morning Star is an entity. That's all I know. That's all I know for sure. What is up, CM? Been a while since I jumped into a stream. Hey, what is up, Jared? Hope you're doing well, man. Why you guys putting the old man Logan cut off at like 3 million? It's probably going to be like it's probably going to be between the region of like 2.2 to 2.5. I guess maybe 3 million is a little bit excessive. Like, you got a valid point on that. But, you know, 3 million, it's not really that hard to get. And, like, if you get that much, then you're going to have more than enough for the champion. So, it's all good. But, yeah, 2.5, that's probably going to get you. Why wouldn't Morningstar be silent? I'm not too sure. We're just gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to see, aren't we? Because we've seen from like Green Goblin and Doc Ock, like Kabam can just do whatever they want with the classes. I think this is something there's known, man. They could just make any champion whatever class they wanted. They put friggin' Hal the Duck. They made him into a tech champion by giving him a big old mech suit, man. They can do what they like. But hopefully, yeah, it's for the good of the game. But yeah, I guess there's maybe a chance as well. Like Morningstar could be a cosmic champion if it is a entity of some sort. But we'll have to see. Unlocked the Assassin's Mastery yesterday, and I'm so glad I'm there. I'm so glad you got on that Assassin's hype, old man Rants. But I've got a lot of appreciation for the Assassin's Mastery. It's kind of just a very, very nice like fight finisher. So yeah, I certainly appreciate it quite a bit for that. It's just it's one of those like very nice to have masteries. Once you got everything else in order, you know, Assassins is the cherry on top, man. The cherry on top. Oh, I know, man. I assumed Morningstar's gender. What am I like? Oh, man. Gosh, I know. Just an absolute animal. Just an absolute animal. Right, let's get the evade there. Hey, what is up? Jaquito. In your opinion, Seatin, who's the best 4-star skill champion? I'd say definitely Gwenpool. Gwenpool just mops the floor with pretty much any other skill champion. I think some good ones as well are like, I really like Electra, like classic Daredevil, Hawkeye is sick, Crossbones is pretty good as well. Yeah, this is something that I hold in high regard. Do I think Jensa M is going to be at NYCC? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Find out. I'm sure we'll have a few people from those top alliances rocking up. From watching your streams, I've improved my fighting styles. Oh, I don't play that good on stream. I think if you want to see me, I guess that some of my best, like the 3-star Master Mode challenges are quite good to watch. Like, if you're looking to know how to play a little bit better, I think those ones are quite good. But I'd like to do some videos kind of like teaching, I guess, Marvel Contest of Champions, like from, you know, how I would build up a skill set to play Marvel Contest of Champions from my experience and perspective. Because I think Dave's got a really, really like great set of videos if you want to hammer in on one very specific technique. But I guess I want to talk about kind of the process of going from like not even being able to parry to like fully intercept. And kind of give my advice to newer players there. Seeing I'm waiting on Stark Spidey. Should I try for the featured? Oh, you're wanting Spidey Stark. Yeah, you should definitely try for the featured in that case, my friend. Like, the featured, you know, is going to give you a 20-25% chance to get Stark Spidey, whereas if you open him in January, it's going to be like a 1 in 100, man. So yeah, if that is your goal, if that is your mission, boy, you got to shoot for that. What I think is the worst class, I would say Cosmic. Is generally the worst class, because I feel like not a lot of champions have had love in the Cosmic class. A lot of very like just old champions that just didn't really have a lot of thought put into them. Like, you know, Venom, Gamora. Who else needs a little bit of love? Venom Paul, Kamala Khan. There are a lot of duds in the Cosmic class. What's that? Does anyone else watch Marvel films and think, Oh, there's Iron Man. He's in tech. Yeah, I think that's something that I've definitely started attributing to characters that I see on screen. And you know, I just play too much MCOC, man. So I definitely see where you're coming from there. The rubbish team, man. This is the dream team. What are you on about, son? What are you on about? Yeah, I think there's a good chance that Morningstar will be Mystic, but I can see, if she's not going to be Mystic, she'll be Cosmic. Because I can see the reason why they wouldn't make Mystic if she's already got something that's going to be quite OP, if it would have a really OP synergy with Mystic Dispersion. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. I think there's a very good chance she'll be Mystic, though. Best character in the game? Well, I think so. Best character in the game overall. I think Star-Lord he's probably like the safe go-to for everything. Because Star-Lord Star-Lord doesn't have a bad matchup. I guess you know, there aren't any matchups that are like really terrible for Star-Lord. You know, because he ramps up his damage so quickly. It's so debatable on like different circumstances and matchups, like which champion is better. But I'd say your overall bread and butter, like god tier champion is probably Star-Lord. What do we have? What's there? I would have to disagree. It's Science. I'd say there's a lot of bad in Science, but I'd say there's quite a little bit of good as well. You know, you got really decent champions like Hulk, Spider-Man for defense, like Spider-Man OG, he's still really solid defender, holds up his own. And you got like Captain America, Quake, not really super hype at the moment, but still pretty good champion, still arguably a lot better than a lot of Cosmics. And who else do we have in Science? Yeah, I guess there's a lot of dud in Science really, with like Spider-Gwen, she's a little bit better than she used to be, but still not quite up there, not those crazy levels of hype. I think they really need to revamp Kamala Khan. I'd like to see some stuff be done to Kamala Khan. Like, you know, there are so many champions that have the foundations, you know, they're very initial concepts that are quite interesting, but aren't really expanded upon. Like Kamala Khan, you know, just how she doesn't have enough Fury ramp up to kind of make her viable or competitive. Like, she's nowhere near in the park of champions like Hyperion. So yeah, I don't know. I think this game is just lacking, like, it just appears like they're lacking from a development perspective any sort of like curve of power or power level, you know? It's just such a huge amount of disparity in what champions can and can't do. Is Doc Ock worth ranking up to 550 and using a Tech Awakening gem on him? So Doc Ock is actually a champion. I'd watch a video called like, I think it's, the thumbnail's Demigod tier. It's like Doc Ock early forts or first week for forts or something. But Doc Ock is actually a bit of a better character, unawakened. So yeah, I'd say there are good scenarios and good matchups for Doc Ock for sure. But yeah, it really depends who else you need up there. Like, I'd say for, you know, Tech, he's going to be competing with a lot of Star-Lords, a lot of Stark-Enhanced Spider-Man, and I wouldn't say there are many scenarios where you want to take a Doc Ock up before either of those two characters. Again, depends on what exactly you're looking for in your roster. But I think, you know, in terms of like expanding your roster, ranking up champions and stuff, I think that the best thing to do is have a very analytical view of your endgame roster, and identify like what are your weaknesses in terms of like what can't you deal with. So say, you know, if you're looking at your roster, you don't have any power control champions, like look for upcoming power control champions, or maybe look at ranking some of your ones up. If you don't have a good immunities champion, then yeah, you want to go for that, or a good regen champion. So yeah, just start identifying kind of gaps in your roster and weaknesses, and then look to kind of build and solidify that. That's probably the best thing to do. I only have 2 4-star tech, Hulkbuster and Howard. Damn, man, that feels bad. That feels bad. Not a good time, man. Not a good time. Hey, what's up, the COVID? Hope you're doing well. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a lovely live stream this evening. It's been a really, really chill one. I've very much appreciated a lot of the conversations that we've had. But yeah, I'm gonna head off now, guys. We've had, yeah, great time on the live stream tonight, but I'm gonna do a little bit more work, have a bit of a chat on my Discord, and hopefully get this New York meetup video out. I wanna get that out there so we can have a little bit more information on kind of what's going on around New York Comic Con. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate your stopping by. Take care and have an absolutely fantastic day.